Okay, go.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Chris Lawrence. I serve as the president of the Manitoba Heavy Construction Association and as well chair of the Safe Roads Committee. It's my pleasure this morning to welcome each and every one of you to the virtual launch of the 2021 Safe Roads Annual Spring Campaign. If you have any questions which arise from the presentations that you will hear in a few moments, please feel free to make use of the Q&A feature, and we will attempt to address questions at the conclusion of the event. The Safe Roads Committee and the initiative that it has championed has been making a real impact amongst drivers, pedestrians, and workers for now 17 years. Thanks to the committed efforts and support of our committee members who advocate for the safety of all workers working on or adjacent to our public rights of way. Our research shows that roughly 84% of those who have seen or heard Safe Roads messages are more considerate, empathetic, and understanding of workers and their workplace zones. These workers are your friends. They're your colleagues and neighbors and family members, and they deserve to go home safe and sound at the end of the day, just as you and I. I'm happy to be able to acknowledge each and every one of our committee members today and their continued efforts to support this year's key message, keep your rage off the road. Committee members listed alphabetically include the cities of Brandon and Winnipeg, Construction Safety Association of Manitoba, Heavy Equipment and Aggregate Truckers Association, Manitoba Government Employees Union, Manitoba Heavy Construction Association, Manitoba Hydro, Manitoba Infrastructure, Manitoba Public Insurance, Manitoba Trucking Association, Wallace District Fire Department, and last but certainly not least, the Workers' Compensation Board of Manitoba and Safe Work Manitoba. Let that message, keep your rage off the roads, resonate with everyone, whether driver, passenger, or public at large. Let all of our workers whose workplaces adjoin or are in public rights of way, who are building our roads, responding to emergencies, or delivering critical services like hydro to our communities, return home safely to their families. Their safety depends in part on you. Thank you very much for listening to the introduction, and it is my great pleasure now to welcome the Honorable Ron Schuler, Minister of Manitoba Infrastructure, with a message of support from Manitoba's provincial government.
Greetings from the grounds of the Manitoba Legislature. It is my pleasure, on behalf of Manitoba Infrastructure, to join our partners virtually today in supporting the 2021 Safe Roads campaign. Today marks the 17th year of the Safe Roads campaign. Over the years, the campaign stresses the importance of road safety for all Manitobans. It has been proven to be a very efficient tool in promoting overall safe driving practices and public awareness around this topic. Manitoba Infrastructure is a proud partner of the Safe Roads campaign and is committed to working with stakeholders to improve all aspects of road safety. This year, the department will be contributing over $10,000 to promote the safe operation of motor vehicles in construction zones. As we begin the busy 2021-2022 construction season on provincial roads, it's important that we remind all Manitobans of their roles and responsibilities in helping to keep our highways and highway workers safe. Open roads are designated work zones for many Manitobans, such as construction crews, emergency workers, hydro workers, tow truck operators, and police officers. They all deserve respect and caution from road users to do their jobs safely. Please remember, be patient and adjust your speed when driving past construction zones and when sharing the road with others who work on our roadways and public right-of-ways. Everybody deserves to go home at night from their job. We all need to exercise caution and remember to remain patient. Yes, patient, when approaching someone working on our roadways. As per the Highway Traffic Act, when approaching an emergency or designated vehicle, drivers should slow their vehicles to not more than 40 kilometers an hour if the speed limit in the location of the emergency vehicle or designated vehicle is more than 40 kilometers, but not more than 79 kilometers, and 60 kilometers the speed limit in that location of the emergency vehicle or designated vehicle is 80 kilometers or more. The more Manitobans know about respectful and safe driving practices, the safer our province will be. As Manitobans, we are neighbors looking out for neighbors. Safe driving practices protect all of our families when we travel for work and to our fabulous parks, tourist attractions, and recreational activities. Enjoy the drive, and let's make it a safe one for everyone. Remember, let's make every trip a round trip.
Thank you very much, Minister Schuler, not just for your personal support. You've been an attendee at these annual launches for quite a number of years in your capacity as minister, but also thank you for the support of the provincial government in embracing the imperatives of safe workplaces for all Manitobans. It is now my great pleasure and honor to welcome Winnipeg's Mayor, His Worship Brian Bowman, who has participated in and supported the Safe Roads campaign annually since his election. Mr. Mayor.
Hi, everyone. Another record year of road renewal in the city of Winnipeg is about to begin, and I can't wait to see the progress unfold. $152.2 million in 2021 represents the highest level of road renewal investment in our city's history. From 2015 to 2021, our road renewal investments have more than doubled over the previous 7 years and allowed us to complete almost 900 lane kilometers of road work. This is approximately the distance from Winnipeg to the Alberta border, just to put it in perspective. All of this road work means new and upgraded roads, but it also means jobs and economic growth. And it means many women and men will be working in potentially high traffic areas to get these important projects done. For thousands of Winnipeggers, our roads are their workplace. This includes private contractors, public works staff, hydro and telecommunications workers, Winnipeg police, paramedics, and firefighters. These workers often work just a few inches from passing traffic, which puts them at risk every day. I'm calling on Winnipeggers to drive slowly and to use caution when passing construction zones, heavy equipment, and people working on our roadways. We can all benefit from leaving a little earlier and planning our route, and I encourage everyone to download the Waze app and make use of Winnipeg's Transportation Management Center so you can avoid construction zones altogether. The annual Safe Roads campaign provides an opportunity to remind motorists to use caution when encountering workers or emergency services personnel on or around our roadways. The Safe Roads Committee is making a positive difference in the health and safety of these workers. Thanks so much for raising awareness amongst drivers of the need to protect the safety and the health of Manitoba workers. Thank you. Merci et miigwech.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. We very much appreciate your support in championing workplace safety. We've had the benefit of your ear, whether it's on matters related to investment in infrastructure and certainly on workplace safety. So we very much appreciate your committed support. And last but certainly not least, it's a real pleasure to welcome Richard Deacon, the new president and CEO of the Workers' Compensation Board of Manitoba, to bring a message. As you may know, the WCB and Safe Work Manitoba play key roles in promoting the prevention of injuries and illnesses in our workplace. Please welcome Richard Deacon.
I'm Richard Deacon, the President and CEO of the Workers' Compensation Board of Manitoba. I'm pleased to be part of today's launch of the Safe Roads campaign, one of the most important events on our province's safety calendar. On behalf of the WCB and Safe Work Manitoba, I'd like to thank everyone involved in organising this year's campaign, including the many organisations represented on the Safe Roads Committee. Your work to encourage drivers to be more cautious contributes to the safety and health of all Manitobans. This campaign takes place every year around this time as construction projects begin to ramp up across the province. As motorists, this can mean waiting in long lines and being forced to follow detours. It can be frustrating, but letting that irritation turn into anger is a dangerous mistake. As the theme of this year's campaign tells us, we need to keep our rage off the road. A driver's license gives us the right to get behind the wheel, but also the responsibility to protect those all around us. We must consider the construction crews, emergency services personnel, equipment operators, utility workers, and others who are on and around our roads at this time of year. These workers take on a much higher risk of injury than most of us. We owe them our care and attention. Slow down, pay attention, and don't let your irritation with traffic put workers, other drivers, or yourself at risk of injury. We all have a role to play in keeping each other safe on the road. Let's remember that as we find ourselves driving around construction zones over the next few months. A few seconds of anger is never worth putting someone's life in danger. Thanks for doing your part. I wish you all a safe and happy summer.
Thank you very much, Richard. And on our collective behalf, a welcome to Manitoba as you begin your new role as President and CEO of the Workers' Compensation Board of Manitoba. You are ably supported in this particular initiative by Jamie Hall, who leads Safe Work Manitoba. So thank you again to the WCB and Safe Work Manitoba for its support in championing the imperatives of safety in all of our workplaces throughout our province. I'd now like to introduce you to a video, which is this year's new campaign video, and it speaks to the keep your rage off the road. Have a look.
How long does it take to make a copy?
It's wrong in my workplace.
I think it's worth having a second look. Play it again.
How long does it take to make a copy?
It's wrong in my workplace.
That video is courtesy of Corey Michael and the group at Argyle. When you watch it, it's easy to relate to that kind of frustration. And in the context of an office setting, perhaps that brings a smile. But if you are working in a work zone that is in or adjacent to a public right-of-way, there really is no room for that kind of aggressive behavior. So as the message suggests, please, ladies and gentlemen, keep your rage off the road. So we hope that the messages that have been brought to us this morning by Minister Schuler, by Mayor Bowman, and Richard Deacon from WCB resonate with you. We hope that you take these messages forward to the communities with whom you interact. We hope that you speak positively about the moral, legal, and ethical imperatives of ensuring that we have safe workplaces, regardless of where we work in Manitoba and regardless of the nature of our work. This then, ladies and gentlemen, brings to a conclusion the introduction of the 2021 Safe Roads campaign. We are grateful for your collective ongoing support in raising awareness of this imperative. I also want to again thank our dignitaries for joining us this morning and showing their support for the Safe Roads initiative. it shows that this province has a bright and safe future ahead. If there are any questions, I'd be pleased to answer them. We'll give it a moment. If there aren't, that's okay too. It's important that the messages of workplace safety are carried forward, whether social media and pieces in the free press, various forms of media, television, radio, and so on. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, thank you very much for having participated. Let's have a safe year. Let's return home safely, all of us. Thank you and good morning.